Now.
Stop.
What's going on, guys?
So we're ready to start.
Hey,
sit back
everyone
and
out
enjoy
there,
the next 90 minutes.
type in the comments, go Italy.
This is OhioKnockoutArtist and Razorback 1309
Here is
playing a little FIFA 10. France versus Italy. I'm France.
Who would want to be France?
I guess the person that wants to win.
Good clean tackle.
Would you be Spain then?
Marquisio. That's a great tackle, winning possession.
No, Spain would lose if you were going to pick the U.S.
Benzema. He's lost the ball to a good challenge. Good
The
opportunity.
Gooch, Onyewu Gucci, or
He
Gucci,
didn't quite hit the ball in the middle. He didn't hit the target that he was aiming for. No, that's gone way to the goal. We wait.
Altidore.
Gala.
Like, it's going to be hard trying to talk and make a video worthwhile that's not just gameplay and focus on the game still.
Rossi.
If you're an idiot.
Too long. All right.
So, what you dipping on?
I have a mixture of Copenhagen Wintergreen and Copenhagen Straight. What about you?
I'm going to go bold, where no YouTube dipper has ever gone before, and say this. Fuck Copenhagen.
Nah.
Copenhagen, it's all, you know what it's all about. It's all about the Grizz.
I can't do Grizzly, man. It's alright, I guess. I just prefer Copenhagen myself. But, I know you, I was going to say, dude, I know you like Stokers. I heard Stokers is going under, man.
Dude, I heard that too. It's fucking pissing me off. My favorite Copenhagen dip is leaving. Cope Whiskey. Stokers is leaving. What the fuck?
Is Hawken any good, man? I've never tried it.
Oh, dude. Hawken is the worst dip. Oh.
Like worse than Kayak?
Kayak's not bad.
Oh, man. My stuff is horrible.
Oh, look at you.
It's a place to play in now.
Woo! Here we go, Italy.
Rossi.
Come on now.
Oh.
So when you got another vid coming out, man, I guess this kind of counts as both a video for both of us sort of here, but
Well, I was going to make a video about Felipe Calderon, you know, like those political videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But, Oversold made one. And, you know, it's just a lot of editing, and I've been really busy, so I'm actually thinking about making one tonight if I go to bed or if I stay up, so I don't know, we'll see.
See, I was thinking about
within the next couple of days.
See, I was thinking about making one talking about, you know, what's the national debt up to now? How many trillions of dollars?
10 trillion, I think.
Okay. How much of that money do you think is wasted in court, just with the government arguing with each other?
Yeah, I couldn't give you an estimate, but you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, okay. Now see, here's my thing. You know, what's the government supposed to be here for? It's supposed to be
game plan, organization,
yeah,
stuff like that.
It's supposed to help. It's supposed to help increase the standard of living and maintain it, and you know, it's supposed to be for the betterment of the people. So we get Democrats and Republicans who sit and waste probably millions of dollars arguing with each other, and instead of saying, hey, we both have good points here, that was close, instead of saying, hey, I've got good points, you've got good points, you know, and come meet in the middle on something, you know, knowing that the other side has a better point on a certain situation, they argue that still. Okay? So that's a failure in itself. As far as the purpose of the government is, that's a failure. Then one side finally wins. Say the Democrats win. See, and this brought up. I was on my way back. We went and saw the new Nightmare on Elm Street, and this guy in front of me in his little minivan, I had blown smoke all over him, was laughing, whatever, and he got up and passed me, and he had a Constitution Party sticker on his windshield, and I started thinking, you know, it's bad enough that they sit and argue, and they argue and argue and waste all that money. So one side finally gets majority power, say, over an issue. Then they argue with each other they argue against themselves enough. And then once that side gets power, you know, you have individuals in there who are more of a Green Party, more of anything else on certain issues. So then they argue with each other more, and there's no point for them even getting the power in the first place, because all they do with that power is pretty much have the right to argue amongst themselves about an issue and actually do something about it. So they fight with Republicans for power, then they get the power and they fight with themselves in smaller groups, again for power. And it comes down to one very small group having majority power versus the government itself having power.
Right.
You know.
But I've lost all faith in the American government system. It's way too corrupt. It's way too shady.
Well,
and I don't think there's any hope.
Yeah, but
and on top of that, the American people are way too retarded in general to do any fucking research for themselves.
Well, you know, there's so much that's hidden from us, you know, that it's impossible to know everything about what's going on. But, you know, from what we do know, all we can do is form some kind of opinion on it. And, you know, it's just everything is going bad, it's going south, and it's only going to keep getting worse. And, you know, it started, you know, with the war and everything, and I'm not against the war or anything like that. You know, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. You know, I think some of the reasons and some of the things we're doing have gotten a little overboard. Personally, I'm not big on the conscience for that. You know, somewhere in the Bible, I believe it says, if you make war with a nation, the intention of war is to destroy that nation. You're not supposed to leave a man, woman, or child left in that nation. As far as I'm concerned, you know, it wouldn't bother me to say, hey, bring everybody out and let's drop something on them and get it over with. You know, because just that nation, considering that it's a religious war, that whole area over there is fighting over religion, and that's something that'll never be fixed. And oh my God, dude. And
dude, I need to start bringing back my goalies for those. Like, just keep them in the net.
Yeah. But you know, that's something that'll never be stopped, because when you believe in something as strong as you do, a religion, and fight for that religion, it's not something you go down with very easy. It's something you really fight for. And, oh my God, dude. And, you know, like Bush, everybody said that Bush was an idiot and everything else. And Bush may have been an idiot, something else. I don't think he was necessarily as bad as everyone made him out to be. You know, anytime...
Well, he was just a fucking puppet working for the same people Obama's working for, the big bankers.
Yeah, and, you know, I think it's kind of... I think it's a very... the only way to describe it is childish, that when anything happens, you know, any kind of natural... You know, even a natural disaster like Katrina. Katrina somehow, you know, works its way down to being the government's fault. You know, anytime anything happens, just people in general need someone to blame, and they blame the person in the highest authority. And I guess let's cut this off.
Hey, how about this? You know the whole flood in Tennessee that happened? And, you know, eastern Kentucky? All right.
But hold on, man. Let me restart this vid real quick.